going to talk about why, if you were waiting for January to figure out, hey, what am I going to do, or how do I show up, or how do I change things so it's not, I don't end next year the same way I ended this year. It's too late. And why this month, December, is your best advantage right now. So if you keep telling yourself, I'm going to figure out what I'm going to be doing in January, well, let's stop there, because I'm going to share with you today why that doesn't work, as well as what you can do, especially around creating more visibility for yourself and getting your name on the lists of those of like, hey, who's ready to get promoted? Who's ready for that next project that is really going to be some of those career maker types of projects, or just that next leadership role, if that's what you're interested in. If you're joining me for the first time, welcome. I'm Kim Rijmakers, and I am an executive leadership coach and advisor for women, specifically in corporate, who are in director, senior level leadership roles. And I help them manage their teams, create high performing teams, to create promotions for themselves, as well as just giving them time back without exhausting yourself. All right, so let's dive into today's topic, which is around when we start in January. I have been this way, right? I even told myself personally, this month's like, oh, it's December. I've got gifts to get. I've got things to prep for Christmas. Like, let's just kind of put everything on pause, and then I'll pick it up in January. Here's the thing though, if that's you too, there is no pause, because what's happening now in December is important in making sure that your January is going to start off really, really well. Because January isn't a fresh start. It's not like, oh, we flipped the calendar, we started a new year, we start afresh. No, January really is going to be that first checkpoint for you in terms of, hey, are people paying attention? Because what happens is, as soon as everyone gets back from the holidays, all of a sudden it's like bang, 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 firing, because we got to get things moving, right? The decisions that are being made in Q1 and about Q1 are already starting to be shaped right now. They've already started, sketching in the names of the individuals that would be the right fit. So what changes can you make right now in December to make sure that you are top of mind, that you are on that list if you're looking for promotions, that you are ready with your teams, that you're not going like, well, we'll just like wait out a couple more weeks, and after the holidays, I'm sure it'll all work. So specifically today, because yesterday's video is all about managing your team. So if you want that, then drop me team training and I will link that video for you. But we're talking about how to create the visibility for yourself, for your work, to gain the recognition that you deserve and that you desire. And if you're not positioned before January, we're already starting behind. So if you know already that you would like some extra support and clarity around that, getting into 2026 fully in gear, knowing exactly what you want to do, then comment or DM me the word 2026, and we're going to have a conversation around what that could look like. Now, let's dive into what you're likely saying to yourself and what I have found most high achieving women tell themselves, which is I'll start again in January. Think about my goals over the holidays, and then I'm going to know what I want to do. I'll get organized when things calm down. Have you caught yourself telling yourself any one of these things? Because it sounds logical, but realistically, January is not when a lot of the decisions are going to be made. That is when a lot of the decisions are being communicated. They're likely already being formed now. So I don't want to say this because I want to create pressure for you. And listen, I know what it's like, especially if you've got kids. Christmas and December can be a really, really big month. But I also know that I've spent years watching really brilliant women wait until January and then get caught up, and all of a sudden the entire first quarter has flown by. And here's what December can give you. December can get you started with your momentum by knowing exactly, hey, this is what I need to do. This is where my goal is on focused. And I want to give you a bit of an out here, or a little bit of a mental break, because, hey, December is exhausting. Kids, holidays, end of year deadlines. So let's reframe it in a different way. What if I could tell you we don't need to do anything too much differently in December? Yes, I can give you a couple of simple tweaks that are already going to make a really big difference. What you do need to do is decide. Decide right now, hey, I'm going to pick this is what I want for January. This is what I want for my Q1. Because what's really happening, and what a lot of people don't, a lot of women especially don't realize, is that how January shapes up doesn't, and what decisions are getting made in January is not happening in January. It's happening right now in December. And if your name isn't already at the top of the list, it's not being mentioned. Guess what? Your colleagues aren't waiting, right? At times I've known, and I raise my hand of being guilty of this, of complaining about the good old boys club, right? Or I remember at one work, it's like, oh, well, you know what? Of course we go to the wrong bathroom. Like that's where things go. So we can say that as women and think like, okay, well, there's nothing I can do about that. Or we can start, and this is something that you can start today, is start looking at who do I want to connect with even before December has ended, and start having conversations where you get to highlight your wins, where you get to talk about here's what I have done and accomplished, and this is where I'd like to move towards. And that is about, and in that you're raising your profile. Now, if you're starting to go like getting the heebie-jeebies of like, oh, I don't know how to do that, then I have a really great free resource for you, and that is my Boardroom Whisper checklist. So I would love for you to just comment the word checklist, and I will get that over to you. Now, the third piece of this, what is happening that you may not realize, is January is really chaotic. Because January, all of a sudden, it's like, ooh, we've all started fresh. We've got all of these new ideas and we've got new strategies. Everything's got to get done. So everybody comes back in a race to get things moving forward. And it's a lot of reaction to what has been given. Whereas the women and my clients that I'm working with, they're walking into January and going like, I know exactly what I need to get done. I know how to do it. I know what to focus on. And guess what? They look like leaders and they are really outperforming their colleagues. So what I want you to take away from this today is that December, let's not waste December. Let's not think like, you know what? I'm going to think about that in January because right now I am bogged down with so many things to do. I want for you to walk into January already knowing exactly what it is you want to do and exactly how to do it. And this is where December gives you that space to do. Getting clear on what it is that you want. Making sure that, you know what, sometimes that mental load can get really heavy. Let's not carry it alone. And let's stop reacting to what comes. Instead, let's look at how are you going to make the choices that is going to lead to what it is that you desire? Because that is the advantage that December gives you. So I didn't want to add anything more to your plate. And like I said, a couple of really quick, easy wins that you can already do in December, which isn't going to take you a lot of time, is really how are you having the conversations you're having with people, and not just your colleagues or team members, but other leaders within the organization, because that is going to raise your profile. And you want to start doing that now, even as we're going into the holidays. This is a great time to get that started. It is about choosing and making the decision now about what you want 2026 to be like, not waiting until January has come around and going, oh, all right, yeah, we're getting started. I'm going to start afresh. Because I don't know about you, but I've done that so many times and thought like, okay, as soon as January rolls around, things will slow down and I can sit down and make my plan. Well, I'm usually off and running before I've even had a chance to breathe and think, oh, you're right, I was supposed to do a plan. So here's a couple of ways. I've got 2 ways for you today that I can support you. So if you're going like, oh, okay, I don't want to do this on my own, I totally get that. It's so amazing to have support and have someone that can help you on this path. So the first one is my goal setting workshop. So there's 2 options, either in a virtual one or an in-person goal setting workshop, which is about creating a 12-month career blueprint for you. So you know exactly what it is that you want to do, creating a 90-day visibility strategy, clarity on where you're going to spend your time and energy. Because guess what? A lot of the times, the reason that you have too much on your plate is because you're not really sure which things do I say yes to and which things I should say no to, because you're not sure which ones are going to lead you closer to the goal because the goal isn't clear enough. And have the confidence as you go move further into January and on to Q1 that you have a plan that actually works. And I have had clients, and I love catching up with them, especially now, and they're just like going, oh my God, Kim, I can't believe that I have ticked off all of the boxes, all of my goals that I wanted for 2025. I have achieved those. And that's what happens with clarity and with focus. So if you want to get that fast and you don't want to spend Q1 trying to figure things out on your own, then comment the word goal or DM me the word goal, and I will share those details with you. There is also a second option, and this is if you're looking for a lot deeper and more high touch support, and that is the Accelerator, which is a 6-month signature program with lots of women that are similar to you in leadership with their struggles. And this is what you get with this. You get to decide right now and then have that peace of mind through the rest of the holidays saying that, yes, I know I'm going to have that plan. I'm going to have the support, and I'm going to be able to make huge shifts and huge changes. Well, huge shifts through smaller, some simple changes. Let's put it that way, right? Because I'm really of the principle of creating small different changes in your habits and the way we communicate, so that it's a small hinge can open a really big door. That is what the Accelerator does for you. So if you're interested in the Accelerator, there's also some amazing Christmas bonuses this year. So comment the word accelerate and I will get you that insight as well. All right. Thank you so much for listening. And I just wanted to reiterate, if we're going to wait until January, you've missed the moment. So if you can decide right now, yes, 2025 has felt really heavy. It has felt really lonely, and no one has seen how much you're holding, then you deserve to walk into 2026 supported with a clear action and positions. Then DM me 2026 and I'll help you figure out, hey, what is the right next step for me? Now, tomorrow, we're going to dive into, and this is going to be the last series of this one, which is the 3 mistakes women make in January that keeps them stuck all year and how you can avoid every single one. So make sure you don't miss it.